Now we're going to measure and mark for the lock stop, which is, it's going to hold the lock, hold the door shut. So you just take a piece of scrap material and mark it. That way you have that opening size right there. Then also, you're going to come around and you're going to measure this distance right here, which should be about a 1/2 inch or 9/16. Should be 9/16. And you're going to cut a piece to fit in there that's going to be that thick and about 3/4 inches wide. Remember, when you cut pieces like this on the table saw, you always cut it using the squaring jig, or you can use the miter saw. But if you try to do it without the sled, if you just cut between the blade and the fence, you are guaranteed a kickback. Okay, I've got the length. Now I just got to get the right thickness and the right width. Making this kind of cut, the guard is not an option because you can't squeeze the push stick in between. But I am going to cut this to 3/4. And I'm going to set it at 9/16 thick. Okay, with a piece cut, now I'm just going to round off the 2 edges and sand the side of the top. You see what I've done is around those edges. This will be the surface that's going to mount up into my safe. Is turned upside down. Again, I used a piece of carpet. I've got the door open right now. This is the front. I'm going to take this piece that I just cut, set it in there like so. With the door unlocked, I'm going to make sure that rod's up out of the way. I'm going to close the door, push it up tight against it, and I'm going to look on the other side to make sure the door is flush with the front of my cabinet. And I can open it up and get some light. And then I'm going to take a pencil. I'm just going to put a little mark here and a little mark here. I'm going to mark this right here. That way I'll put the right inside in. That's where this is going to attach. So I take this out and drill 2 pilots and 2 countersinks. Okay, the next operation, you need to have a little countersink, 1/4 inch countersink, a pilot bit, and 2 screws, and the square head driver. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with the countersink, and it doesn't matter where you put it. You just want to come in, come in a little bit, come in maybe 1.5 inches from the end, and just drill a countersink. Now I'm just going to come in and drill my little pilot hole through that. Now again, when I put that in, make sure you're on a backer board. Do not do it directly on the bench. You can feel when you get through. If you're hesitant about that, go ahead and do it in a drill press. Now we slip the thing into the box. Open the door up all the way. Position it to your marks. You want to make sure you put it in that right spot or it's not going to work. Then all you have to do is put your screws in there. And tighten her down. And that's all there is to it. Do that to both screws. And then you have to check, make sure you have your combination written down before you lock it.